Right off the bat, you see Frankenstein in like mid-rage mode. Dude is just a tank, walking through a firing line of bullets like it's Call of Duty. Throwing a fool against the boat, then like a one-arm suplex, choke slam to death in the snow. And then one guy punched so hard they like turned his spine inside out and he like crab walked on the floor. Became a roly-poly. And then this dude just got flung. That must have been 25 feet right into a pit of fire. After that, I'd be like, I give up. We're not going to fuck with him. But this guy got flung right off the side of the boat. One guy gets a stab in, but, you know, that cost him his life. He actually was able to, like, tip the boat and let everybody know that, dude, this is my boat now. He's like a monster right here, but then we figure out it's like the doctor is actually the monster and he's the creature. We go back in the day and Dr. Frankenstein, his mom and dad died. They're rich like barons. I guess that means you own a whole bunch of land or watch it for the kid. His mom dies during childbirth, or his brother, his dad just dies because he was in Game of Thrones and old age. But then he's like, all right, let's try to conquer death, not delay it. Let's conquer it. And this is his reasoning behind his like experiments and stuff like that. So he shows like this zombie that he has like volted together and everything with electricity, and it comes to life and people are like, oh shit. It's like Return of the Living Dead when they got the zombie strapped to a table. Then the government, I guess, lets him like, yeah, sure, you could experiment with these bodies. We'll get you some fresh ones from these couple of hangings that we're doing. And he gets his pick of the best ones. And I guess he operates and experiments with them in the meantime. Yeah, at that like zombie presentation, Christoph Waltz was there, but he was like, all right, I'll be your financier. Oh, and I work with the French government or something, and there's a war going on. You get all the bodies you want. So he financed them, and then once they were trying to make the Frankenstein, sort of threw him off into the hole and he splat on the ground. He was dying anyway, and he was like, hey man, can you use my brain to be Frankenstein and I can live forever? And he's like, no dude, that's not gonna work. Yeah, if you see a slow-mo, he just sort of like let go first. Like, alright dude, I could kill him and then just blame it on the creature later. Alright, that checks. Well, he has to make the creature first. So once he gets him alive, he's like, yeah, I did it. But it's not what he expected. He thought he was making like a man, like, oh, he can live forever sort of thing. Not, hey, I just created a new person. Nah, fuck that. Leaves him for dead. But Frankenstein like wanders out in the forest. And he has this like hermit who gives him life and teaches him English and all that. But one day he comes back and gets attacked by a whole bunch of wolves. And this is where it really goes ham, dude. It's like, yeah, I'm not counting these because these are animals, but this was brutal. He like scalps one and throws a wolf. Another wolf is biting him, and he like cracks this fool in half with like a bear hug and lets all the other wolves know like, hey man, you want some next? And so they get out of there. But unfortunately, the old man hermit who took care of him died. Then this is my favorite kill of the whole thing. He just sort of like rips this dude's jaw off, because these are two like people like, what do you do to that old man? And he said nothing and just ripped that fool's jaw off. But then he went out there and they shot and killed him. But he can't die, dude. He like keeps coming back to life. He's like the Crow and heals like Wolverine. But as soon as he wakes up, he continues his quest to go find Victor. He finds Victor at this mansion. Mia Goth sees him, and Victor accidentally shoots Mia Goth, kills her. His brother gets involved, and Frankenstein sort of shoves him out of the way and hits his head. He throws another fool across the room who got involved. To present day, he's following Victor through the snow, and then eventually meets up with him in the boat. They go, hey man, sorry for killing you. Sorry for killing you too, dude. Alright, I love you. Alright, goodbye. And he dies.